very sad. Saul was the king of Israel, and Saul was not obeying God. Samuel knew that Saul was not a good king. It made Samuel sad to see Saul disobey God. God said to Samuel, "Saul does not want to obey me. I have chosen a new king, and I want you to anoint him. He lives in the town of Bethlehem, and he is the son of a man named Jesse. Get an empty horn that has been cut from a cow. Fill the horn with oil and go to Bethlehem." Samuel was afraid King Saul would be very angry if he heard that Samuel was anointing a new king. What if he got mad at him and tried to kill him? The Lord told Samuel not to be afraid. He told Samuel to take a special sacrifice to Bethlehem, and everyone would just think he was making a normal trip. This sounded like a good idea to Samuel, so he took his sacrifice and traveled to Bethlehem. No one knew that Samuel was going to anoint a new king. When Samuel arrived in Bethlehem, he told everyone that he would be making a special sacrifice to the Lord. He invited Jesse and his sons to come. Before they came, Jesse and his sons washed and got dressed up. All of the sons wanted to look their best. When Samuel saw Jesse's sons, he was very happy. They were fine-looking men. Jesse's oldest son, Eliab, was very tall and handsome. Samuel thought that Eliab would be a good king. But the Lord told Samuel, "This is not the one I want to be king. He is handsome and tall, but the Lord does not look at the things man looks at. Man looks at outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." So if Eliab was not the king, then which of Jesse's sons would be the next king of Israel? Jesse told his next son to come forward and stand in front of Samuel. His name was Abinadab. Maybe Abinadab would be the next king. "No," said Samuel, "the Lord has not chosen Abinadab." One by one, all of Jesse's sons stood before Samuel. The Lord had not chosen any of them to be the new king of Israel. Samuel did not understand. The Lord had told him that one of Jesse's sons would be the new king. "Jesse, are these all of your sons?" asked Samuel. Jesse answered, "These are my 7 oldest sons. I do have one more son. He is my youngest son, and he is out in the pastures taking care of the sheep. His name is David." Samuel was surprised. God could want a young shepherd to be the next king of Israel. Samuel told Jesse to send someone to get David. When David arrived, Samuel saw that he was healthy and handsome, but that was not all. The Lord told Samuel that this was the new king, and the Lord does not look just at the outside of a person. He looks at a person's heart. The Lord knew that David had a good heart. "Arise and anoint him," the Lord said to Samuel. "He is the one." Samuel anointed David. He took the horn full of oil and poured some on David's head. From this day on, the Spirit of God came upon David. David loved God for the rest of his life. Even though David was chosen as the new king, it was not time yet for him to take King Saul's place. David went back to tending his father's sheep. When the right time came for David to reign as the new king, then the Lord would tell him.